To start to manifest, first you have to purchase a crystal.
I mean, come on, we can't be doing this. Are you kidding me? You're just gonna whip out that phallic crystal on this show?
It's phallic. It is very phallic.
It's Lucas's crystal.
It is not.
This is
It is my crystal.
When did you get this crystal? When did you become a crystal guy?
Listen, aren't we all
Is-
crystal guys at heart?
in one way or another.
In some ways more than
Lucas
others.
Crystal Ronaldo LCR. What are you doing?
Left, center, right. That's right.
It's a great game. Why? Why'd you get it?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
well, my dad bought 2. And I was looking at them, and I looked at it, and it spoke to me. So I
What
picked
did
it up.
say? What did it say? Hey, dumb bitch, buy me for more money than I'm worth.
How much
It's
do you, how much?
beautiful.
Okay, real or scam? How much do you think that was?
I'm gonna say
think-
say over $15.
Yeah, $17. $17.
Fucking-
17,
Fucking do it. That's
15.
far too much. Over 5 is too much. Over anything that's over the $1 you put in the grabber machine at a carnival, that's too much for that fucking thing.
It's. Do you know what? Do you know what?
Solid.
Do you know what kind of stone that is?
I don't. No, I took earth
Lapis-
science in 9th grade.
Lapis lazuli.
Lapis lazuli.
No fucking
Is that a
wonder it
Willy
spoke to me.
Wonka
This
candy?
sounds like
what
my
the fuck
name.
is that, Lucas? It does
Lu-
sound
Luke-
like your name.
Lucas Lazuli. Come on, that's
You're
pretty
right.
close.
That is really fucking close. That's an Italian stone.
Who's Lucas
Yes.
Lazuli?
Is that from Italy?
It's me now, baby.
Are you gonna change it legally? Your name?
I think I have to. Well, Aaron, it really did speak to me because I saw it and I was like, "That's cool," and I picked it up. So that's what I thought.
You're a simple
And my
man.
dad,
Simple
my
man.
father decided that the other one spoke to him, and that is quartz.
Yeah.
and
Like
it
my
is
father
clear.
before me, I hold this
And he-
crystal.
To be self-evident, like Hamilton.
You just
Right?
keep
Yeah. Straight from
the
him.
idea of
That's
just
from Hamilton.
incorporating different speeches throughout history into the same speech is
407 years ago, my forefathers taught me that there are inalienable rights, and that they have, and those rights include dreams that one day everyone will walk together.
yes. Just keep- That's good.
I don't think
That was
I know
actually
any,
really good right off the
and
top.
to not fear fear.
Yeah, it was good
Trying
off
to
the
And
think
I
of
top.
more-
did not have sexual relations with that woman.
That
Yes,
is the end of
Cassie.
it.
That was good. That was good. You're using a wand. You know who else uses a wand?
Oh, good one.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Short guy
So-
energy.
It is that time. Yeah, he is short. I think.
And a nerd.
He's like 5'6", I think.
But aren't we all? He's gotta be 5.
Okay, guys. This is a good thing for my girlfriend. She
That's a
she
good way to
does-
start it, Lucas. Let's
she
just preface
does-
this. I want everyone to know this is a good thing for
This
her.
is a good thing for,
all right,
for
it's
her.
not a bad
She
thing.
does
It's
not
gonna be
know.
embarrassing in the slightest.
She does not know any better.
She doesn't know any better.
And that is Harry Potter. She's only seen the first Harry Potter movie with me like 2 days ago. When was that?
A week ago.
Sunday?
Okay.
A week ago.
Mhm.
What did you think?
I really liked it.
Good.
But
That
Okay.
was it.
but-
That's your okay.
but please, Aaron, I did the accent the whole time. Harry Potter. But anyway.
You're a wizard, Harry.
What was that? That was terrible.
I thought we were just doing bad accents.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
I didn't know we were doing bad accent. Hey, Harry Potter. I'm from
I
New
didn't-
York.
Hey, I'm Harry Potter. I do the boy who lived come to die.
Hey there, Harry.
Avada-kedavra.
Hey, Harry Potter.
Hi, Harry.
Come on down, saloon, Harry. We'll have a
boy
little-
who lived come to eat.
We'll
chicken
measure
wings.
wands down at the bar.
Down at the urinals. Mine touches the cake.
Oh my
Okay, so
It's
here's
called
here's the
improv,
game.
Cassie. Look it up.
Here's the game we're playing. The game we are playing is that because Cassie has never seen most of the movies, she doesn't know which is which. or what order they go in.
Yep.
And we've asked Cassie to order them by name.
Yep.
Having not known what's what. So, Cassie, you saw the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the first one, and I'm honestly under the pressure forgetting what it's called. Chamber of
Well-
Secrets.
Okay, I have them all right here.
Is that
Yes.
right?
Oh, I love this. I love this website. This is a great
Wait, I
website.
can't see
Mhm.
it. It's too small.
You can't. It's okay. You don't
You
really need to see it that
Well, I need
much.
to
Is
know
that
the
any better?
names of them.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I mean, it's not great, Lucas. Let's be honest. It's not.
All
great.
right. All right, guys. Okay.
Lucas put so much effort into making this. I'm really sad I can't see it.
Okay. So,
I just
Sorcerer's
wonder.
Stone.
Do you think I could spotlight it? If I spotlight your screen specifically,
yeah, sure.
would that? Do you think
Yeah.
that's gonna fuck up the recording of it?
No.
Let's find out.
Oh, Lucas,
Okay.
it is.
So it's blurry.
It's so blurry. It's not
Really?
even worth it. It's not even worth it.
sad.
What?
I'm removing.
What
your
about
spot.
that? How's that?
Oh wait, yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay.
That's better?
Sorcerer's Stone.
So we have
That's funny
Sorcerer's Stone as your
because
first one.
I said Chamber of Secrets, so you kind of gave that one for me.
Mhm.
Sorcerer's Stone is first. Oh yeah, because that was the whole
This
point.
is so
The
blurry.
stone at the end.
It's crazy.
Now where do I see the options? Okay.
Can you read these?
Yes. I'm gonna. I can only read the black and yellow ones, not the other
Yeah,
ones.
that's okay. That's why I made them.
Oh,
I couldn't
okay,
get rid of
okay.
the other stuff.
I'm gonna say Chamber of Secrets is next
Now, why is that?
because we had to go to the library to pick up the second book.
Cassie, what did you have to do for me because I was too embarrassed?
I had to ask where the Harry Potter books were
Okay.
'Cause
in the library.
Mhm.
In the
I
public
didn't want
library.
to. I didn't want to do it. I
That's
was-
fair, Lucas.
And then I announced it. I announced it to the people
To-
there.
to
yeah,
So
the-
you're
we're
the-
going
you're-
To
to
the
you
go
would.
whole
pick up
library.
the
You would
Harry
announce
Potter
it.
book.
You would announce it.
Okay. I have
Okay, so you said okay.
absolutely no idea now. Wait, how many are there? 7?
So we're
Seven.
doing good. There are
Mhm.
7.
Sorcerer's
Sorcerer's Stone,
Stone,
Chamber of Secrets. You're
Secrets.
doing really good so far.
You don't know
1,
that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
You don't know that. We
I'm
don't.
gonna say I'm on number 3.
Yes,
Yep,
ma'am.
yep.
I'm
We
gonna
have-
say Goblet of Fire.
Good choice.
Good choice.
What? Why Goblet of Fire third?
Because we're going with the elements.
Okay.
Stone,
Yep.
secrets,
Secrets
fire.
And
three
fire.
elements:
The
stone,
three
secrets, and
elements.
fire. That's good. Well
From,
said.
That's from Avatar: The Last
Then-
Airbender.
Then I'm gonna go with Prisoner of Azkaban
Okay.
because
Mhm.
I think that's. I
The
remember
fourth
someone
element.
saying that's.
Do you
a
know
good one.
who was the prisoner?
Ooh, it's a
No,
great question.
Take a guess. Who do you think the prisoner is?
Harry Potter.
Good guess. Lock that answer in.
So we're locking that in for the Prisoner of Azkaban is Harry Potter. Okay.
It is. I
Um,
was right.
Locked in. Yep.
Okay, now I'm at Sorcerer's Stone.
Okay. Well, no,
Chamber of
let's keep
Secrets,
doing that.
Goblet
Let's
of
keep
Fire,
doing that.
Prisoner
What
of
was
Azkaban.
the Sorcerer's Stone?
The Sorcerer's Stone was at the end with the guy's head on the back, and he
Mhm.
wanted to get the red thing.
Yeah.
and
What do you think of Doublehead?
Oh, it gave him immunity. No.
Mhm.
Immunity life.
Immunity
forever.
life. Yep.
Immunity
Immunity
life.
life.
Interesting.
That's
Okay.
when you can finally eat life cereal, even though you're allergic to cinnamon.
Okay. I like that. Immunity life. What
But
is
then
in
at the end, Dumbledore said they got rid of it, and I don't think they did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's my
okay.
little 2 cents there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's in the Chamber of Secrets?
I don't. The Sorcerer's Stone, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a
Mhm.
good link.
That's
I like that.
That's a great guess.
Thank
And
you.
what is the Goblet of Fire?
Maybe it's the game they play that has the ring and they light it up.
Ooh, that's a great guess. Well, okay, what happens? First of all, do you know what a goblet is?
Oh yeah, Is it like a torch?
Yeah, it's a torch. And
Mm-hmm.
what happens if that torch gets near your mouth?
That's a great question.
You let out the Chamber of Secrets?
We'll lock it
You're
in. We
good.
don't know if it's right.
You
though.
are good.
We don't know if it's
we
right.
don't
but
know if
let's
that's
keep
right,
it.
but you're good.
Let's
You're
lock
good
it
at what
in.
you do. Okay, so what's next? What happens after the Harry Potter goes to prison?
He's in prison. What's
Because he let out the Chamber of Secrets because he touched the goblet of fire to his
Mhm.
mouth
next?
about the Sorcerer's Stone. That's the story so far.
Half-Blood Prince.
Okay.
Mm. Now, who is that?
Well,
Harry Potter.
it's Harry. Okay, lock that in.
They're all
Half-Blood
about
Prince
Harry.
is Harry Potter. Well, also here's my question for you. So the Half-Blood Prince, what's the half?
Harry's half-blood, half-wizard.
He's a blood, like from like the gang.
Lock that in. He's a blood.
He's not a Crip. Harry becomes a blood
he becomes a
because
blood.
he goes to prison.
He goes to
He goes to
Yeah.
prison and he gets affiliated with the Bloods. Yeah, there it is. That's what I like to see. And he becomes a blood. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Half-Blood
okay. I'm in.
That's a
I
great
am
one.
in.
That's great.
I see a journey. Like, if this is incorrect, I'm going to give J.K. Rowling a call.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
She's kind of a
I'm
bitch
going
now,
to say, why?
Oh yeah.
though. Oh, we're not getting
In
into
here?
it, Cassie. We're not getting into it right now. Not on this pod.
Didn't hear. Okay, next I'm going to say the Order of the Phoenix.
Okay.
Mm.
Now, what is the order that the Phoenix gives?
To have Harry Potter kill Voldemort.
Whoa,
Oh,
that's a big order.
that is a big
It's
order.
a tall order, one might say. Not a short.
Now,
guy
why
order.
did the Phoenix order Harry to do this? And who
Because
is the Phoenix?
He's the one who lived.
Come to kill
to
him.
die.
He is the one that lived.
Sure. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
well. So this is an important question for later on. What's the Phoenix's name?
You know this actually. You do know the answer to this.
I do.
Yep.
Dobby?
Yeah.
Isn't there?
Interesting.
Let's
Yep.
lock that in.
We didn't
locking
meet that
in.
character yet. We didn't meet him. Okay, so I'm going with Deathly
Well,
Hallows.
you don't even
last.
meet him till the 6th movie.
I think you have to.
Yeah, I guess that's the only one we have left.
I think you have to.
It sounds the most intense. Deathly
Mhm.
Hallows. I think Harry Potter dies. So Deathly Hallows.
Okay, that's
He
a good
dies.
guess. Well, okay, so I'll give you a little tiny bit of a spoiler. There's 3 things that are the Deathly Hallows. Can you tell me what those 3 things are?
What?
There are 3.
There are 3
There are
things.
3. There
What
are
are they?
3 hollows of death.
Tell me what they are.
I don't understand the question.
There's 3 things. You got to guess what they are.
You're
What?
doing great on guessing so far.
I say to you, I say death. Name 3 things. First things come to your head.
Tsunami.
Yep.
Good.
That's a great one.
Tsunamis are my biggest fear.
Tsunami. Okay.
I don't live anywhere close to where a tsunami would happen.
She doesn't even take baths because of it.
Really?
It's how striking the fear is. Yep.
Wow. It could
She
strike
uses
at any
dry
moment.
deodorant on her body.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Ron Weasley.
Oh, it's the 3 of them.
It's the 3 of them.
Wait.
Wow.
It's the 3 of them and tsunamis?
In a tsunami.
In a
In a
tsunami.
tsunami.
Okay. Very
Okay,
good.
How'd I do, boys?
Harry, Ron,
Give me a
and
little
Hermione.
drum roll.
Terrible.
Really?
Wrong.
You
No,
did,
not
You
the
did-
worst.
You did better than I thought you would.
Thank you.
So you got 1, 2, 3 right out of 7. Almost passing.
That's almost 50%.
That's pretty good. That's like Lucas and his English 101.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it. So which ones do you think you got wrong?
I think I got the last one wrong.
No.
Just the last one.
Deathly Hallows is the last one? Okay, then I got the other 4 wrong.
Well,
Excuse me.
there's
Who's four?
6 other ones.
Okay.
I got the first 2 right.
Yeah,
I think
well, you knew
I
those.
think okay, I think Prisoner of Azkaban is third.
Okay. Goblet of Fire is
Fourth.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then switch Half Blood and Order.
That's it.
Is it gonna pop up and give me confetti?
This is your confetti.
No. Woo! Happy for you. I'm happy
Thank
for
you.
you.
Well done. That was good.
Thank you.
Deathly Hollows, Half Blood Prince, Golbeer Alfora, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Order of the Phoenix. That was good.
Wow.
Why can't I figure out how to get this back? Oh, this is not good. This is not good.
Now it's all me, baby. It's all her. It's all Cassie, I think.
No, it's not.
It's all you.
Is it all me?
It's all you, boy.
Well, welcome back to Just One Ronaldi. On this week's episode, we're gonna stick Aaron in a tub of hot tar, and then we're gonna feather him. This after 3.
No.
That was actually really. Can we do that? I guess one last question for you, and I need to get an image to ask you this question because it's like a what is this kind of situation.
It's a visual.
It's a visual. What are these called?
Oh, that's a really great question.
I know what I call them.
I call those ice pops.
Lucas?
Freezy Pops.
Oh yeah, freezy pops. Yeah,
Both
yeah.
correct. Here's something. Both correct. Here's what I've learned recently. Everyone that's not from the Northeast calls them Otter Pops.
Ew,
What?
why?
The rest of the world calls them Otter Pops. I have zero idea why.
It's
Otter?
just us.
I've only ever heard because it's been a big thing that's been going around the internet. This photo, people are like, these are Otter Pops, and I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? No, they're not. They're either Icy Pops or Freezy Pops. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
The
And
fuck?
Everyone's calling them Otter Pops.
You're out of your mind, buddy.
You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right.
When you look up iconic in Webster-Merriam dictionary, it shoots you a link to the Oxford
Merriam doesn't get enough love.
Merriam does not.
He does not get enough love. It's always Webster, that
Mhm.
son of a bitch.
Fuck. And listen, we all know what Webster was like. He doesn't need more attention.
Yeah. Oh, don't we know? And that Merriam, he's just like the guy on the sidelines who, you know what? This is perfect relation. You know, Facebook, there's Zuckerberg, and then there's the guy who got fucked out of everything. That was played by Andrew Garfield.
Is that Wozniak?
No.
No. I'm thinking of Apple, I think.
No. Wozniak is Apple. Yeah. He
Yeah.
also got fucked out of everything. So that's
Which
all
also, they're the same person.
thing. Same thing. Webster, Merriam needs more love. But also, we could both be wrong, and it might be a hyphenated name.
I don't want to even know. I'm not going to look it up.
We're not even going to look
I
it
don't-
up. We're going to stick with our original gut. It's the
But
two
I
different
think
ones.
that's what's right. I think that's exactly what's right.
Yeah.
And somehow Merriam got his name on the title.
Yeah.
Before being killed in
Before
a duel.
literally being killed. Like, he was probably killed moments
shot.
after they got the bag.
Webster shot him.
He did. He's the
When you look up
he's
pussy
the Aaron
in the
Burr
dictionary.
of words. Yeah. When you look up pussy in the dictionary, it's him.
It's Webster because sorry, no, it's Merriam because Webster got the last word.
What if they did a National Treasure type of movie, but it was based off of the Webster Dictionary instead of like the Declaration of Independence?
And it's still Nick Cage.
And it's still Nicolas Cage.
Who would
think
be
it'd be great.
Nick's? I think Merriam Mosby, the guy who played him
Who played
in
Marion Mosby?
Marion Mosby, I think would be his sidekick.
He would be great. He'd be great. He's actually a really good actor, and he doesn't get enough love too.
It's where
Yeah. That was a great impression. That's a great impression of him. Wow. But yeah, Rip Gilbert. Iconic voice.
Yeah.
Big news for us, because there's an opening. James Corden is leaving the Late Late Show.
Thank God.
I thought that was going to be your reaction. To be honest, it is time.
It is. How long has he been there?
He's been there a long time, like since we were in high school.
Damn.
like he's been there a long time, but also
Where's he going?
I don't know, but I don't know. He'll get something. Who knows?
Yeah, he'll do something.
Maybe he'll go back to Europe.
He'll be a permanent member of the production of Cats. Leave him there, please.
Stay there.
But you think we could be dual hosts?
We could be dual hosts. Well, also, I wanted to like, even though James Corden is annoying as hell, like coming up with the carpool karaoke was one of the
That's
most
smart.
brilliant ideas
Yeah.
ever. Granted, it was probably someone on his team and not him, but him actually doing it and pulling it off. He should
honestly,
get some credit for that.
I will give him credit. I think his show was better than he was, if that makes sense. I
agree. And the eating shit, when they would like have to eat something bad or answer a bad question, that's funny.
No, he honestly, it
stuff.
was. I have a hard time with his personality, is all.
Yeah, me too. He seems very fake most of the time, so that's
Yeah, he's like Jonah Hill's asshole character, but in real life.
right. Yes,
He's
Yeah,
that.
that's
Wow,
a
you have the
great way to put
best
it.
references.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
He is that guy. You're right. He's the guy that shows up to the party, and you're like, how did he find the party? How did he get here? And then he like goes up to you and acts like he sent the invites. Like
Yeah.
he's like,
Oh, great, you guys made it.
I'm so
That's awesome.
glad you guys made it. Yeah, this is great to have you here. And you're like, what the fuck? You're not even supposed to be here, dude. Which honestly, props to you for having that much confidence.
Yeah. You know what? I do respect that. People who I see that I'm like, you shouldn't have as much confidence as you do, and they do anyway. I'm like, yeah,
Right.
good for you.
Yeah. I mean, if you have enough confidence to pull that off, and also, I mean, like you host the Late Late Show, that's pretty huge. And he's had like some big movie roles, even regardless of like how we feel about him as a person. Like,
Yeah.
he's still successful, so can't really knock him. But Lucas and I might step in.
I would like to quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that we could really shake things up.
We could. Do you think would we have one big desk, or would we have two chairs, make them sit in the middle, like with Cassie, or so they feel like it's a monkey in the middle situation, or
Yeah.
do we rotate days?
No, I think we both got to be there
Yeah,
for
you're
sure.
right. You're right.
Because then it wouldn't be. Well, would we still have our podcast, or would we?
Mm.
That's my question.
I think we would still have the podcast, but we'd make it 5 minutes long.
Okay. All right.
And it would, I don't know what we would do, but it would be.
Just scream the whole time for
Yeah,
5.
we'd
And
scream.
we upload a new scream every week.
And Max would be the leader of our house band.
Yes, that'd be sick. Actually,
That'd be great.
no. Okay, I think. Well, it would be the original Just One Fern. Really,
It
is
would
what
be. Yeah.
It would be you at the table, and I'd be the guy at the podium.
Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't want that. I would want it to be us both at the table. I would want it to be like a monkey in the middle situation where they feel
Yeah.
trapped.
Yeah,
I want them
I want
to
them to
come on
feel
our show
attacked.
knowing that everyone's going to laugh at them, not with them. There's all these shows, right? All these late shows. We're laughing together. We're having a good time. No, we
Fuck
need to
that.
laugh at them. It needs to be they are coming in to this show. They're sitting in between two people that are not as successful as them, and we are
and we're
attacking
jealous.
them.
We are very jealous.
And we're jealous, and
making
we
it
want to
known.
be where they are. And yeah, we let them know.
We're gonna tear them right the fuck down. Eat
we
the
do,
rich.
We do a segment called Audience Question, but we review the questions beforehand, and if they don't have enough swear words in it, we send it out.
We throw it out.
Immediately throw it out. If they're not called 3 horrible words in a span of like 2 sentences, out.
Oh yeah. Honestly, if I would read nothing before I read a nice
You're right, right.
question to
Right.
these people.
Exactly. Well, and there's always should be a moment randomly throughout the episode. They never know when it's going to come where we just stare at them intently.
And then they, like, if they say something, you go,
yeah. No. Hit it, Max, and then
that'd be perfect. while at the end of the stare, hit it, Max.
and like she or he starts laughing in the middle. Shut up, he's playing. Let him.
Excuse me.
let
That
him
is
fucking
so
play.
rude of
It's
you.
incredibly
That is
rude.
extremely rude.
That'd be so funny. we would kill it. So yeah, late show. That's our pitch to you. Hit us up because you're in need of another white man because you lost yours. So let us know if you want two.
Yeah.
Two for the price of not even a quarter of James Corden. You could
Listen.
get us. You could get us for the price of his right toe.
Easy.
Mhm.
Toenail.
Mm-hmm.
Little sniff of the toenail. Even.
Yeah, a little sniff of
price.
the musty fungus on his toe. And this is a very basic one. This is a question as old as time. Is it weird to sleep in just underwear?
Here's what I have to say. I don't think it's inherently weird to sleep in your underwear, just your underwear. However, I think that everybody I've ever met is either a top or a bottom when it comes to what they wear. If you're a top, you wear only a shirt and no pants.
I've never heard it described this way, Lucas, but it's perfectly described.
And then some people are a bottom. They only wear pants and no shirt. Aaron, everybody, is a bottom.
Yes. I am a bottom. Lucas is a top.
I am a top.
Lucas is wearing a size 5XL to bed every night like he's a fucking Victorian nightgown. Like he's fucking Ebenezer Scrooge going to bed every night.
So I have a nightshirt. I wore my nightshirt to Aaron's. My Sleepless in Seattle.
You did. I couldn't believe it. I was stunned. Lucas is a top and I'm a bottom. I guess that's just that's the best.
That's how it is.
The best way to end the show. We're not even going to answer if it's weird or not. We're just going to end it on that. I'm not a murderer.
Really?
Okay? I'm not a murderer, but I might start killing birds.
Why?
Because they keep shitting on my fucking car. Every day this week, I have gone out to my car and there's a new pile of shit on it, and I've about had it. I've had it.
Are you cleaning it, or is it just adding up? Like you've got.
I've given up at this point. At this point, there's more shit than exterior of my car. It's just like the white of the shit blends in with the white of the actual car. It's crazy.
That's gorgeous. That's
I'm basically driving around in a Picasso original. So, just saying.
Aaron, I think,
or I guess it's more of a Pollock if you're an art fan. No big deal.
It's a pigeon Pollock, if you will.
Yeah, and I won't. I've given up.
Does it stink?
No, have you ever I don't think bird poop necessarily smells unless you're like around a shit ton of seagulls. Like that always smells. Right?
Seagulls.
But like when it's just one shit on your car, you rarely smell it.
No, you never do. Maybe it's because it dries up by the time like you get there.
Maybe, yeah.
Have you been in the car while shit is landed on it?
No. So they know I'm not there.
They're doing this shit on purpose.
They are
100%.
They're fucking with my head because they they see me work from home. They sit out there on their little branch and they watch me all day and they say, "This guy, he looks depressed. We should add more to it." And then they go shit on my fucking car. That's crazy.
I can see two of them on like a phone line. Like they watch you walk into your house,
They're
and
chatting.
one of them goes,
"Yeah,
hey, watch this."
It's like every cartoon ever.
Yeah. Pretentious can be a good thing.
You're right. It can be. Trying to think of other things where pretension. I'll think of something later. I don't need to.
I read I could go in. I could have a whole pod about this. I read a whole book about pretentious, about the word pretentious.
You read a book about you? Sorry, you read a book?
Fuck you.
When?
Me no remember. Me no not stick word good in head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Me no think time work proppy.
Are you sure you didn't get decapitated along with the snake?
Snack?
Yep. There it is. Okay.
Solid milk is solid.
Milk is sour?
Yes.
That's what I heard. Milk is sour. Got it. Well, that's
milk.
You should get new milk then.
Milk is sour.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of milk, by the way, I was making cookies and milk the other day. This is just before you talk about the pretentious thing. I'm bringing back white chip macadamia cookies. They
They're
don't get
really
enough love.
good.
They don't get
They're
enough love.
really good.
And specifically because I was at the office this week or yesterday, and someone brought in cookies, and I had a white chip. There was white chip macadamia and their chocolate chip. I took the white chip. Everyone was like, "What are you doing? You're not gonna go. You would rather have that than the chocolate chip." And I was like, "Well, they're both good, but I know everyone's gonna take the chocolate chips,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that white chip macadamia is underrated, so I'm gonna go for those ones."
Yeah.
And they were like, "What the fuck? That's so weird." And I was like, "Fuck you guys. I'm more cookies for me."
Aaron, I hate to break it to you.
Mm-hmm. I'm
I've-
gonna eat one right now.
I have two things.
Mhm.
I completely agree with you. And I think that's a pretentious take.
It is.
And it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's that is a great example of good pretentious.
Look at that. We proved that right there.
Very quickly.
But what did you learn in the book?
Oh, it's basically like the guy himself was very pretentious who was writing it. But his main point was that most of the time, like you see pretentious things everywhere, and like you take it for granted.
Mhm.
Like the idea of having a podcast, like, oh, like we're really good at like talking to each other, blah blah blah. Like it's a sort of a pretentious idea, but it's like fun to do. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
in every aspect of life, there's some pretension because
Mhm.
it just means made up. It just means like something you make up. It's just whether or not it's accepted. And his point is that people who get mad at people for being pretentious are confusing it with being snobby because they're not the same thing. You know?
I think that makes sense.
Pretentious is just that, oh, you're trying to imagine something like more specific, like more unique,
Mhm.
or like slightly different than what's like normally accepted,
Mm.
or has a bit more thought put into it.
Okay.
Whereas
Okay.
snobby is saying that thing is better than the normal thing.
Right.
You know, like if you had said macadamia cookies are way better
Mhm.
than chocolate chip cookies because chocolate chip cookies suck because they're mainstream.
Gotcha.
That would be snobby and pretentious, but they're not the same thing,
okay.
which I
actually-
agree with.
That's actually a very good point, and that's something that I didn't know. Is that people view pretentious more as snobby than they should.
Right. Like the band Radiohead, do you know them?
Mhm.
A lot of their like if I said I like Radiohead a lot, you'd be
Mhm.
like, "Oh, you're pretentious fuck."
Right.
I don't think they're better than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I like a lot of other shit, but I know a lot of Radiohead fans who are snobby.
Right.
So I
You're
think
not
they get-
comparing. Being snobby is comparing your likes to others as superior.
Right.
Whereas being
right.
pretentious is just being like, I like this a lot, and caring about it,
And you might not get it, and that's okay.
and you just don't get. Yeah.
Yeah, I even tried to help her.
Really.
Did I ever tell you this? I stayed after class and was like, "Hey, listen, like, I know
Yes!
sometimes me, Liam, and
I
Calvin."
remember that. I waited outside the class.
You did wait
because I was like, I
You're like,
hate
"I'm not going in."
confrontation. I can't do this. So I waited outside the class. Wow,
her-
that's right. You did
Well,
do that.
Because her relationship with the class was so toxic.
It was so
like she'd
bad.
ask questions and then like get pissed off, and somebody didn't know they're like the random ass like answer
Right.
to them. Like she'd be like, "Why do you think this statue looks like this?" And it's
Mhm.
oh, because Harold Kermuffin liked bagels.
Right. And there was this one specific instance, which, granted, this girl was not the brightest
Oh my
bulb in the
God.
pack, but
No, she was not.
she did not know when World War II was. That's
Mm-mm.
just didn't know it at all. She was like, she asked a question about World War II, like what years it was. I don't remember what she said, but it was.
She
very
called out
wrong.
this girl like randomly. This girl did
Yeah.
not raise her hand.
No, she did not raise her hand.
She did not ask
She
for any
knew.
of this.
She did not know.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
somehow she got called out, and she
The-
said the complete like
No.
very wrong.
No, hold on. She said the right answer first. She went 40s,
I don't remember
50s,
that.
60s. I don't remember. I don't know.
Oh,
And that's how she.
Oh,
But she
okay.
said the right answer first.
yeah.
And our professor took 2 minutes to pace in silence.
Yes. Yeah.
Muttering to herself.
Yeah.
Pissed. This is the first day of class, by
Mhm.
the way.
Yeah.
This is the first. I think it's like the first day.
It
Of class.
was,
It was
either
like
the first or second.
yeah. It was like, who is this?
Right.
Who does she think she is?
Right.
And she yelled at this girl,
Mhm.
read a history book. Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And she left crying.
She
'cause
left crying. She
who
cried and
wouldn't?
left. And we all sat there stunned.
Yeah.
Could not move. Oh my
That was
gosh. I think
nuts.
she got fired though.
Yeah, she did. She did get fired.
Yeah, she was the worst.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
well.
and when we like we're like, hey, like if you were just a little bit nicer to some of those students,
Yeah.
like we might like answering the questions. She stared us down and she said, "Get the fuck out of my classroom." And we went, "Okay." Bye.
It's just crazy, man. She was a nut job. Oh.
Well, if you like Pearl
Yeah.
Jam that much,
Yeah, if you like Pearl Jam that much, like Jesus Christ.
we were gonna say something. What?
I was gonna say the way that and this is what I love most about you and Liam when you guys are together, is that you guys will like and Max does this too. Whenever something has to be done, right? Like you guys know something. This makes me like cry laughing. You know something has to be done in a situation. You have a powwow, and you guys are standing in a triangle, or like face to face. You're like, all right, we got to do something, and like you just you spend at least like almost 10 to 15 minutes trying to figure out. I don't know what we gonna do this, but that might cause this to happen. And like you go through every scenario.
Whoa! What if she does this?
And then that's exactly what it is. And then Liam goes, I don't know. And then everyone,
I don't. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
we got to do something.
exactly.
Oh, you're so right.
Oh
That's
my
exactly what
God.
we do. That is exactly what we do.
Holy shit, that's so funny. But yeah, you guys always powwow, and that's what you did before you went up and talked to her. And I was like, I can't be a part of this. I can't be a part of this.
That's spot on, Aaron. That's a really good observation.
Is it weird to invite a group of friends who don't know each other to a movie? So I'm really excited for the new Batman movie. This is topical. Coming out, and I love seeing movies with my friends. I'm thinking of organizing a group of 4 to 5 friends and buying tickets soon, but everyone I've asked and who's accepted doesn't know the other people who would be in the group. I tried to organize a group of people who know each other, but for various reasons, it's not possible for the time and date I want to see the movie. I don't want it to be awkward at all for my friends, or it seems like I'm forcing them to meet. Sorry, this is very poorly worded. I don't want it to be awkward at all for my friends, or seem like I'm forcing them to meet who they perceive strangers. At the same time, I don't want to see the movie by myself. Please advise. And this is very topical. This is very topical for
This is very
literally earlier
Yeah.
in this episode.
You chose the opposite route,
Yeah. I'm going alone.
and you're happy about it.
And I'm happy about it. And can I tell you, I'm going to out myself here. Can I tell you what I did? And this is sad. This is so sad, Lucas.
What'd you do?
This is so very sad. I bought 2 tickets.
Oh, Aaron, why? What happened?
Because I thought I would find someone to go with.
Oh no! Oh, so you have seats. You have 2 seats
I have 2 seats. I have 2 seats.
because you expected somebody to
Embarrassing.
say yes, and
Embarrassing.
everyone said no.
I only asked 2 people, and they both couldn't do it.
Oh, Aaron, I'd come with you.
Thanks, man. No, it's totally fine because I get an extra seat next to me. I get some room.
Sure, buddy. That's
Let me tell myself that. Let me have this. This is weird.
Oh, I love, my favorite part about this is how like you really did leave that out, and we're going to leave that out, and like spout it as like, yeah, this is my plan the whole time. I love going to the movies by myself. That's the funny
I
part.
outed
to me.
myself. I did. I'm sorry.
I think
to
you know
myself.
what? I appreciate
apologize
it.
to myself.
I
This is
appreciate
weird
it.
though. I have an outrageous thing that we need to discuss, and it's a question I'm going to ask you, and I need to have your opinion.
What?
What is better, Cheez-Its or Goldfish?
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
It's a good one. It's not a tough one. It shouldn't be. You should have your answer already.
I gotta go Cheez-Its on this one.
Thank God. Thank you. Thank you.
Because here's why.
It has
Here's
been
why.
Oh, it's been an uphill battle, Lucas, so far.
With who? Who's arguing you on this? 3-year-olds?
So many people. 3-year-olds mainly. All the kids at the school across the street. The amount of times I go over there and I stand outside the fence, hold my hands up on the fence. I just go,
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. It gets
You're
Cheez-Its
wrong.
all day.
but Goldfish has rainbow version. I don't care.
Have you ever had Cheez-Its, you little shit?
But that's a great argument.
fucking yelling
duos
at
are
these
amazing. Yeah, there has
Duos are
been
really good.
so many people saying that Goldfish are better. I just tweeted out a poll, but I'm also when I'm gonna post this clip once we finish this this episode, and I'm gonna be like, what's better? Because I genuinely think it's Cheez-Its all day, every day. They're just better. I ate almost a whole family size bin this whole week.
Aaron, that is my point. I could, and I have, regrettably, sat down and ate a whole box of Cheez-Its.
Hand up, me too. Hand up.
I don't regret it.
And you feel like you feel horrible every time, but in that moment, you never get tired of them.
No,
I get tired.
they
of
get
Goldfish.
better and better, and then eventually your mouth is stuffed full, and you're like a fucking chipmunk,
You look like a
with
chipmunk.
Cheez-Its.
Yeah. Just
and you
stuffed
couldn't be
with
happier.
Mhm.
It's fucking bliss.
Yeah, and Cheez-Its are more, in my opinion, more melt in your mouth.
Yeah, you could suck on a Cheez-It.
You could suck on a Cheez-It. That's all I'm saying. I think it's part. It's not the most important argument, but it's part of the argument.
Can I tell you the joke I decided not to make?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm kind of making it.
What are you? I was gonna say.
I guess I'm kind of making it. I was gonna say, you can suck on a Cheez-It,
Mm-hmm.
but you better not suck on a she-zit. A woman's acne. That is what I was saying.
I mean, you should have just left that in the chamber. You shouldn't have fired that one off.
Well, listen, I was pulling the trigger either way, babe. Nothing could have stopped it.
But also, it's great advice. Don't do that.
Don't suck a Cheez-It.
Don't suck a
Don't suck it. But that's the thing is I don't think I could eat a whole thing of Goldfish.
I don't think I could either. I think I would get very bored. It's not even that I would just get bored. They're not as good.
They're also like weirdly saltier and like it would hurt, I think, if you had a lot of them.
No, well, I think they're probably equally as salty.
Interesting take.
But because I know that Cheez-Its aren't very salty.
They are very salty.
Like they make,
But they're also cheesy. I don't think
they're-
Goldfish are cheesy.
Cheez-Its are much more cheesy, and that's the important part of the snack is the cheese factor. If you don't have the cheese factor, then what are you even doing?
Right, exactly. I mean, and you've seen the commercials. They fit whole
Right.
blocks of cheeses into each piece.
Each piece is a whole block. It's like you walked into a French bakery and they had the cheese,
Mm-hmm.
and you ate that cheese, but it's just in one little bite.
Fits in a little bite.
And then you have 5,000 of them in a family-sized box, and you eat the whole thing in 24 hours.
And you've eaten a cave full of cheese.
That's
That's how they measure cheese, is by the cave.
Yeah, is that like, what's the equivalent of that to tons? I know they're thinking of switching over in America.
Yeah, fucking metric system, right?
Yeah, honestly, they
Caves.
ruin everything the Europeans do.
I know.
Measure it in caves.
Cave
please.
paintings, cave Cheez-Its. You know, it's
Cheez-Its.
kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I believe it's 2,600 metric tons. Is it one
Okay.
cave?
Yeah, and you eat that whole thing in one box of cheese. That's crazy.
Yes, that is
That's
crazy.
nuts. Wow. But yeah, I love a good Cheez-It, better than Goldfish. I even said, and this was wild of me, that something that's also better than Goldfish is whales. You ever had whales?
Whales?
It's supposed to be a knockoff Goldfish. So much better than Goldfish. Just saying.
Really?
So I don't remember why we had them as a kid growing up, but we did, and they were
Knockoff.
so much better.
I'm
Yes.
looking them up.
Whales. They're just called whales,
Whales.
and they're better.
Oh God, Aaron.
Hmm.
I may be the dumbest person on earth. Do you know what? Because I looked up whales.
Yeah, well, those are just then the animal
and
would come up.
and it's just the animal. so
So you're an idiot.
And I was surprised. I was.
Oh my God, you
went-
were eating whole whales? That's
Aaron.
That's like 3 caves of cheese.
The Japanese do this, and they fight wars over it. You animal. Whales snack. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I think I've seen these actually.
They're
They're
very good.
cheesy.
They're very good.
Yeah, this looks better.
They're much more cheesy than goldfish. They just are. So
Yeah.
goldfish can
Okay.
suck it.
Okay, here is something I have to throw into the ring.
Oh no. Don't do this.
The goldfish, where they're supercharged or something.
The extremes,
Extremes, goldfish extremes are very good.
like the pizza ones.
Oh,
Those
no.
ones are not good. Okay,
No.
I was worried.
No.
So
I mean,
you're
like
talking about the one with the extra powdered cheese on it.
extra powder on it. Yep.
Now here's the thing: those ones they do get a little iffy because it's basically like you're eating Cheetos at that point, right? Like your hands get all powdery, you get all
yeah.
the dust and stuff, but it's worth it.
It is worth. That's not as good as Cheez-Its.
No, it's not.
Of course not.
It's not. But whales, I like whales a lot. Maybe it's just me. I love a good whales. If you're out there and you know whales, let me know.
We will accept a sponsor from Wales,
Mm-hmm. The country,
whatever it
too.
is, for in the country. Wales, is that what?
Wales, the country? I don't even think it's a country. I think it's just it might be a country.
I think it is a country. It's like Western England of Great Britain.
It's part of Great Britain,
Welsh.
so it's
The
not
Welsh dragon.
but it's not its own country. It's part of Great Britain.
I think it technically is its own country, and it's part of the United Kingdom.
Okay,
I could be wrong. It's like
I don't understand how that works. People are
No
making
one-
fun of the United States. We were talking about a podcast earlier. People making fun of the United States. Why are people
Yeah.
not making fun of whales?
That is the dumbest shit. Whales?
Make fun of whales.
You are like I don't even know enough about it to make fun of it.
Yeah,
and that's
I
sad.
can't even do an accent based off whales.
I know there is
What-
one.
How do they? There has to be one. And what is it? I don't know.
I read a book where so it was like this character has a Welsh accent.
Okay.
And I was like, that means nothing to me.
I couldn't tell you what that is. If you said British accent, even if you said like different types of British accents, I would
Yeah.
probably be able to figure it out. But Wales,
Welsh? Fuck off.
that was. I mean, that. No, I don't even know if that was it. That could be.
Certainly not.
It can't be.
I'm sure we've never heard it.
We probably haven't. It's
I
just
didn't
boys
say it wasn't.
being boys.
What are you talking about, Aaron? That's just what we do.
It's just boys being boys.
men.
I was actually having a conversation today with one of my friends who's a teacher.
Just boys being boys. My
They were
God.
saying that a student asked them if they could spank one of their friends, and they were these are like 7th grade kids. They're middle school kids.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, you can't fucking do that. Like, you're not allowed to spank kids." And when he told me that, I was thinking, I was like, "This is the perfect and like one of the only times using the term that's just boys being boys makes sense." Because like if you're in middle school and you just smack your friend's ass as hard as you can, that's just guys being dudes. That's just guys
That's
being dudes. I said if I had a nickel for every time I smacked an ass, I could have bought this car outright.
Yeah.
When you're in middle school, that's just
It's-
what happened.
It's what I
just-
do.
Well,
I'm
it
a
wasn't even just
baseball
asses.
player.
You just punched each other. Like you just fought each other randomly.
You'd tap each other's nuts.
Yeah. Oh, sack
It's just-
taps? That was horrifying. That was the
It's
worst.
it was just men being bros. All right.
Just guys being dudes, you know?
Just guys being dudes.
I do hate that phrase, but it is that's when it applies. When we're talking about just like
Yeah.
middle school boys doing dumb middle school boy shit. I'm walking to the stadium and I get there and that's when I see like the stadium's like on this hill, right? It looks like a
Mhm.
castle on the hill. But like I said, everything around it sucks. There's gravel and like cranes and tractors and just so many things that weren't.
Where is this?
It's in Nashville.
It's like a video
it's
game.
like I don't know, like 10 minutes south of downtown.
Uh-huh.
And so I walk in and it's gorgeous. I'm like, it's breathtaking. It looks beautiful, amazing. I get to my spot. The way that the general admission is set up is like it's bleachers, but it's only standing room. So like you have to be standing the whole time.
They don't have seats installed.
They have seats, but not in this one section. This is like for
It's
like
for
the
poor
supporters, right? The poor people that can't afford seats. Literally, that's me. So
I'm still imagining you walking in, like you say you were breathless, like you go.
I was. It took my breath away. I was like, it was amazing. And by this point, so I'm in my seat. The game's about to start, and I've already spent like $80 because of
Oh my
the
God.
ticket and the Uber there, right?
Right.
Now, let's keep this in mind. That's where the tally starts, $80, okay? They start playing the game. It's a great game so far. It gets to about the 18th minute. It's a 90-minute game. It's about the 18th
What
minute.
sport is this?
Soccer.
What are we?
Soccer.
Okay, thank you.
It gets to the 18th minute, and the clouds start rolling in. And it looks bad. Like, I'm like, we're all about to get fucking drenched.
Yeah.
And the stadium doesn't have walls.
What, Aaron? I am so confused. You're it took your breath away. What took your breath away? There is no stadium if it doesn't have fucking walls or seats. What are you talking about?
I was just in a field watching.
You're in a field. You're a field of dreams. What? Gravel and cranes.
I don't
like
even know how.
you're in a waste department. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it was a bad part of town. They stole the fucking walls. But what do you mean there were no walls?
There was no walls. It's just like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, have you ever seen High School Musical 3?
Oh my God, no, I haven't.
It's the only thing I can think about right now. Which, first of all, you should watch that movie. It's a giant, like, it's just posters. It's a giant poster or like thing of the players that make up the wall of the stadium.
So there are walls.
But they're fabric. They aren't walls.
They're fabric.
Yes.
So it's like you went to a
to
tent.
describe this.
You were at a circus.
Sure. It was basically a tent. I was at a circus. Back to my point of the story. Let me get back to the story here. So the clouds roll in. I'm all flustered.
I'm flustered.
The clouds
listening to this
roll in.
story.
Fuck you. The clouds roll in, and it starts to torrential downpour, like thunder, lightning. We can see the lightning. It's crazy. I mean, like the lightning was. It almost was as if it was drawn like into the sky. It was so predominantly
That's crazy.
Placed there.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And I'm under the roof part. So there's like a little roof that's covering some of the stadium. I'm under it, thank God. But everyone crowds in, like everyone runs out there, like shelter in place. Everyone runs back into the stadium. But in the I guess the walkways or the hallways of the stadium, like between the entrance and the seats, there's a roof. But like I said, the rain is coming through the fabric walls and like soaking the floor. And so they're like, we're not going to cancel the game. We're just going to like wait it out and see what happens. I'm checking the radar and I'm like, this storm is supposed to happen for another like 4 hours. And so I'm with my aunt and my uncle. I'm like, I'm just going to go to the store, like the team store, like look at some stuff. I might grab some food or whatever. They're like, okay. I walk. There is lines just so goddamn long at every place, at the team store, because and this is where the stadium fell apart. The stadium absolutely fell apart because all of the vendors ran out of food. They ran out of ponchos. They ran out of so many things because people stayed and waited, right? They stayed and waited for the game to start again. And it didn't start again for another 2.5 hours. I had left. I had left after the hour and a half of just standing there waiting for the game to start.
That was the move for sure.
And I left because they had sold out of food. They had no food. I was starving. And they had no ponchos. So I was like, I'm about to get drenched walking to my car or walking to an Uber and waiting outside for an Uber. And so I had bought like 2 beers, which were unbelievably expensive. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like this is horrible. And
so wait, you stood in the rain and drank 2 beers? Is what? This ended up you paid $80 to stand in the rain and drink
I
beer.
paid much more than $80, my friend, because $80 was before I bought the beers. So then add the beers on top of it. Then we broke 100, right? And then after the beers, I got like I ended up getting one of the last like things of food. Like right before I left, I like saw the line was dwindling at one of these things. I was like, oh my God, okay, wait, maybe this one has stuff. Because I waited in 3 lines, and then the lady would come up and be like, we're out of food. I'm like, fuck, what? And it was just, they were so unprepared. They're horribly
What the
unprepared. They
fuck?
shouldn't have opened yet. And
Is this like with the first game back?
no, it was like the 5th game back. But
What the
it was-
what the
It was
fuck?
the 5th game. There had never been like a storm yet.
Well, there was gonna be with Storm.
Right,
They
right.
should have known that.
Right, Lucas, I'm not. Listen, when I like I said, I walked in and my breath was taken away. That breath came back real fast. After that, it is poorly built. It is not well done. It's like during the game, it was an awesome environment, but like once shit hit the fan, it hit the fan fast.
Yeah.
And everything fell apart. And so then I left about an hour and a half after waiting there for the game to start again. And then they started playing like 20 minutes after I left. I was furious. So I walked out and I stood in the rain for like 15 minutes waiting for my Uber. And Lucas, my night did not end there. I'm sorry that this is such a long story. My night did not end there. So I left the stadium thinking, God, that was crazy. Can't get much worse than this. I get in my Uber, and this man, he does not know what he's doing. He does not know what he's doing, and no offense to him. So I started talking to him, and I was like, with the soccer game, this traffic's crazy. Like, I'm sorry about this. It's nuts. And he's like, there's soccer here? And I was like,
What?
yeah. This man's from Egypt. He's like, there's soccer here? I'm not even going to try to do his accent. He's like, there's soccer here? And I was like, yeah, like we just got a brand new stadium. And he's like, where's the stadium? And he wasn't looking at the road. He was like trying to find the stadium out his window. And I was like, can we look at the road,
I
please?"
agree with this man. There was no stadium.
You're on the side of this guy. Maybe it was a fever dream. Maybe I didn't actually go to a stadium.
Your descriptions, there was no stadium, Aaron. I'm sticking to that. You went to a field.
It was the walls. It was the no walls that put you over the edge.
Yeah. Well, if everyone wants to know what I'm imagining and where Aaron actually was that night, I'm going to show you right now. By the way, this is what the Egypt man saw, not what Aaron saw. By the way,
the Egyptian.
the Egyptian man. He saw this picture here. This is what he saw.
I was just at a high school.
I'm gonna
field.
click on it. This is people, and then this is exactly what.
No, that's
what
where
we
I
saw.
play soccer. No free
I bet-
ads.
No free ads. Yeah. Fuck.
Wow.
This is what Aaron thinks it looked like, but this is really what it looked like.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Look it up right now. Look up Geodis Park.
Here. Aaron, I want to let you know that neither of these are stadiums.
I know that. I have to get back to this Uber driver.
Okay, so the Egypt man is an Uber driver. Is what you're
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
Okay.
So he can't believe it. He's like, oh my God, there's soccer here. This is crazy. And
It's excited.
I was like, oh, like, were you a big soccer fan? Like, where you were from? And he's like, yeah, I love soccer. I would watch the Premier League and stuff. And I was like, oh, why don't you watch, like, do you watch it anymore and stuff? He's like, no, I don't know how. And I was like, oh, you can just like stream it. Like if you have like ESPN or something like that. He's like,
Mhm.
what? He's like, what? He's like, what do you mean? And
What?
I spent the next 20 to 15, 20 minutes of that car ride teaching this man everything there is to know about streaming services.
He's never heard of it?
He said he has Netflix, and that's it. He has Netflix.
Okay. His Netflix.
And he said, and I quote, he's like, I'm tired of just watching porn on Netflix.
What?
He's like, everything is sex, everything is porn, and I can't watch it with my family. He's like, it's against my religion. Like, it's disgusting.
What?
I don't know
my
why.
God.
He was like going off. He's like, I can't believe that, Americans watch so much like naked people and blah, 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 and all this sex stuff. And I was like, whoa, dude. Like, okay.
All right.
And he's like, why can't everything be like Disney movies?
Wow.
Why can't everything be like Disney movies? Just very nice. And I was like, I don't fucking know, dude. And
dude.
so he was asking me like, how do I find news? How do I watch the news? He's like, in Egypt, we had an antenna. We had an antenna that we hooked up, and then we got channels. And I was like, dude, you can probably do the same thing.
Still
here.
do that.
And I was like, if you want to, like, and he was saying, but I want to watch the Premier League. I want to watch news, and I want to watch Disney movies. And I said, and I became a Verizon salesman. I said,
Yeah, you did.
I said, well, have I got a deal for you, my friend?
He literally said exactly the ad for
Yes.
like Disney Plus.
He did. And I was like, well, I have a deal for you, my friend. And he's like, with your Verizon, you can get Hulu, which you could get live TV on and watch the news. You can get ESPN Plus, where you can watch all the soccer games in the world. And three, you get Disney Plus only at additional like $15 to your phone bill. Crazy. He could not believe it. This man, his mind was blown. But I almost lost my mind when he was just getting so angry about the sex scenes from Netflix.
Really?
He was like, I can't believe.
What the hell is he watching?
He was like, where do you watch the president? Where do you watch the
What?
president speak?
On Netflix?
And yeah, he couldn't. He didn't understand. And I
Air
don't
Force One.
blame him. I don't know how, like, what they have in Egypt, but like, and it's definitely overwhelming here. There's so many
Yeah.
options and too many things. But I had never met someone who just didn't know how to do it.
That is nuts.
I was like, what do you mean see the president? Like, he's like, where do you listen to his speeches? And I was like, first of all, we don't listen to his speeches. That's just, but I was like, do you mean like the news? And he's like, yes, where?
Where is the news?
And he spent the whole time like he wasn't, and the whole time he was barely looking at the road. He kept doing this. He was like, wait, what do you mean? And it would last way longer than it should. Like, just, what do you mean? Where could it be? Where could it be?
Like he's in a
the
movie.
The opposite of what it would be.
No.
Where you'd have to like look, and then you'd
No.
be like, really quick, right? And you're talking to someone. I mean, like, yeah, and then you keep looking at the road. It was the opposite. I don't know how I
insane.
survived. I really don't know how I survived. But it was crazy. I've never met
I
someone.
think he
like
time
that.
traveled forward. I don't think he's Egyptian. I think he's from a time where to get the news you had to have your brother like run from the town over. Be like, some guy wants to be mayor and he shot somebody. Who'd he shoot? I don't know.
Let me go back and check.
Let me go. I'll be seeing a week. I'll let you know.
But Lucas, so that was, and then I finally got home. I walked into my apartment that night and I just went, what the fuck just happened to me? It was the longest day ever.
It was a
was
weird
crazy.
day. That is a weird, crazy
So
day.
strange. But
Do
I
you
really
think
I wish I had his number. I would want to check up on him and be like, hey,
I want to know.
Did you figure it out? Were you able to watch things that aren't porn?
I want to have him on the show. I want to ask him questions about everything.
I tried to ask him so many questions. I was like, wait, so you just like don't have? And he's like, I've heard about cable. What is cable? And I was like, I don't know if you want cable. Cable's a lot.
What?
It's much more. It was crazy. I literally acted like I was a salesman for tech companies. I was like, oh,
You
could
had to be.
There's this option, or like you could do this, or whatever.
Well, to him, you are the all-knowing God of media.
Yeah. And when we pulled in, I sat. He's like, wait, can you show me real quick? And I showed him on his phone like where to get it. And when we pulled him, I was like, all right, I gotta go, man. Thanks. And he was like, no, thank you. It's nice driving with someone who like knows these roads and where they're going.
What?
I don't know if you should be driving.
Were you also directing him?
Oh, most of the time, yes.
Aaron.
I was like, you got to turn here.
Aaron, what?
It was bad. No, it was bad, Lucas. I don't know how I survived.
What did you rate this guy? I have to know. Were you honest? Or did you give him the 5?
I rated him a 2.
Did you really?
2-star. Yeah.
That's harsh.
It is harsh.
That is.
He was a bad driver. He was so bad. But I gave him a good tip. Which I think is,
you know what, that evens out.
I gave him a really good tip.
You gave him a good tip, and you gave him a good tip off, And
I
you
gave
know
him,
what?
I gave him good tips. I gave him multiple good tips. I was like, oh, get
Right,
this.
right.
You can
That's what I'm
watch.
saying.
I told him where he can watch his favorite sport. That's like, I saved this man's life, kind of.
That's worth 6 stars.
He
And
just
you-
wanted to watch the
it's like
news
giving
and he
him 8.
didn't know how. That's
Where
crazy.
do I get to the news?
Also,
Most people can't get away from the news.
that's exactly. I was stunned. Like no one has ever once in their life said to me, "Man, I really wish I could just watch Joe Biden give a speech right now or watch the president give a
Yeah.
speech." That's nuts. And I was like on a daily basis, first of all, you want that? That doesn't make sense. I was
It's a lot.
confused, and I don't know if you were also confused when I was talking about this, but I thought that every TV, if you like plugged it in, you could get like 1 or 2 channels.
I think so. I don't know
Like
anymore.
the basic like channel 3 or something. Like I thought you
Yeah.
could get that.
It used to be that way for sure.
I don't know if it still is like that.
I don't know
that
enough.
You can hook up like a basic like actual cord, like a cable.
Yeah,
to
like
your
those
wall,
those
but
those like pointy things.
those
They look like the things from the Matrix that you stick in the
Mhm.
back of your head.
Mm-hmm. That's what they are.
I did that once, and
Yeah.
and I was in Family Guy. It was weird.
Oh, jeez. How was it?
A piano fell on me and I was flattened.
That
and somebody
would
unplugged me.
happen to you. I'm shocked it hasn't happened to you in real life.
Yeah, I talk funny since.
That's
Been talking funny.
that's for sure.
Yeah. Aaron, recently I had a really
Oh no.
weird realization.
Uh-oh.
And it scared me. I would old past me would be very upset at new me.
Oh no.
I think I love commercial country.
What?
I think I really love it.
What? Like, how did this realization come about?
So I woke up one morning and I'm like, you know what? All the music like I play, like it's just it's all indie stuff. I'm like, and I did not have any intention to listen to it at all. And I jokingly went, she's gonna hear me. I jokingly went, Alexa, play my Get Hype mix. Play my Get Hype mix. You know?
Yeah.
And she went,
Okay. Playing Country Caffeine from Apple Music.
No, you dumb bitch.
and I went, no. And then the song started playing, and I went, okay, all right. You
What
know,
was the song?
I don't know.
Oh wow.
I have no. That's why I love it. It feels like
Mm.
it's like. I think there's a missing link for me somewhere because they concentrate only on things that I usually concentrate on when I write a song. It's
Okay.
it's like a banger melody
Mm-hmm.
almost always.
Yeah.
Like attention grabbing lyrics.
Yeah. Yep.
Whether or not that's bad or good.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's terrible. Like
Right.
sometimes I'm like, that's bad. I
Right.
think that's super cheesy and pandering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I remember it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
And 3, you don't got to pay a damn piece of attention to it. You can let it
No.
play in the background and you feel better.
Right.
It's about feeling good.
Mhm.
Like you wake up, put that shit on, hop in the shower. You're like, who's that picking up now? Who? And I'm like, who is it? Who is that picking up now? Huh? I bet that
We-
damn
okay.
pickup's been all around town. You know?
Well, okay. Who's that picking up?
Who's that pickup picking up now?
Who's that picking up now? We need to write a song like that because that would go. That'd be amazing. Who's that?
Isn't that like the funniest line? Like,
That is.
I think
hilarious.
that's terrible and pandering,
I do
but
have to say.
it's so good. It's so good.
I do have to say I do agree with you. I think that country, and rightfully so, gets a bad rap most of the time.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the songs are the worst. Lots of the songs really are annoying to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
But then you listen to them
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, this is catchy as fuck.
Yeah. You're like, this is kind of good.
You catch yourself singing it, and like,
Yeah.
there are a lot of really amazing country songs that all people love. Like, for example, Shania Twain's Feel Like a Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows that song. Everyone loves that song. Every person who's like, ugh, country music, they're like, that song comes on, they're dancing. They love
Yeah,
it.
they're into it.
9
9 to 5, Dolly Parton.
9 to 5, Dolly Parton. Boom, another classic.
Great song.
It's just there are so many good ones. And also, I have to say this, most of my favorite ballads are country songs. Technically, they're by country artists, but I don't really consider them country songs.
I can see that. Well,
Come
they're
Wake Me
really
Up
good
by
at
Rascal
being
Flatts.
sad.
Rascal Flatts is fucking awesome. I love them so much.
Really?
I love Rascal Flatts. One of the
There-
best
see-
concerts I've ever been to.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm still, my mind's still stuck in like 13-year-old me thinking that they're just the band from Cars. You know?
Right. They have so many more hits. They have so many hits. And something that I do like about them is that they didn't write a lot of their shit.
Really?
Yeah, they kind of just like were good musicians and played other songwriters' songs and got them big. And
Wow. That's so strange for a band.
right, it is weird, but
Especially
I
country
kind of
music
like
that
it
values
because
writing so much.
that's something I really respect about country is that they are so. Most of the time, it feels like they're so selfless with writing and songwriting. They're like, you're either gonna write something, and then if it doesn't work for you, you'd be like, yeah, let's try it here. Let's give it to this guy, and let's see where it goes. Like,
Yeah, I like that
There's such a
idea.
songwriter, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Community, and they all just like love each other, and it's crazy.
See, I wish that were a thing in like indie music because
Mhm.
I've
I've been thinking about getting rid of some of the like half songs I have.
That'd be great. You should do that. I bet
Yeah.
I bet people will be
Love
open
this.
to it. Because I feel like your genre is like applicable enough, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, just side note real quick, shout out to Spencer Hendricks. He was here in Nashville, but I didn't get to see him. Big sad. Shout out to him. Miss him. But yeah, I agree with you. Country music is it gets a bad rap, and sometimes it's just
kinda-
really goddamn catchy.
Kind of really good. It's kind of like, and I feel guilty like admitting it.
Sometimes
For
we as
so long, I was against it. But go
yeah,
ahead.
I know. I agree. I went through a very anti-country phase, and I still don't like a lot of it. I'm,
Yeah,
hand up. I
yeah.
really don't like a lot of it. But I do have to say that sometimes as people, we just kind of need like a happy, not give a fuck
Yeah.
song, and lots of times that's what country is. It's just like
Like,
chilling on your porch with your friends, and a country song comes on, and you're like, all right, here we are.
honestly, like when I wake up in the morning and I want to listen to music,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to listen to some sad indie song about being like existential and shit. And
Right.
I don't want to listen to a fucking hard rock song because like in the morning,
Mhm.
ugh, you know,
In the
Uh,
hard rock in the morning.
hard rock in
God.
the morning, 23.5 FM with me, your host, Dick Guy, and your other host, Smelly Stinky Poppy Poo. We are Jay and the Booger on 23.5 FM.
That's your best impression you've ever done. That
Thank
was
you.
amazing. The fact that you did it so perfectly of it's always just one guy who does a different voice.
Yeah, right.
For a different character that he's trying out. That was perfect. That was so
Thank
funny.
you.
Because this was proposed to me, and I wanted to ask it to you. What is the best kind of donut?
The best kind of donut?
Yeah, or I guess your favorite. I guess there could be the best and your favorite, but
I'm gonna give both.
okay.
My favorite
Mm-hmm.
is chocolate glazed.
You son of a bitch! I love you. I love you. That's
Did
my
I steal
favorite
yours?
too. Yeah.
Is that yours too? Yeah.
No, I'm not. You didn't
So
steal it.
fucking
You
good.
made the right choice. That's the correct answer.
I mean, let's face it. In Timbits, they're the first to go. And Tim Biebs,
when you get some Tim Biebs, man. If I get some chocolate glazed Tim Biebs, they are gone in 2 seconds. Man.
Same thing with the Munchkins.
Yeah, I
Get a
always
box
move
of
them.
those.
I move around the jelly ones because they always put jelly
Mm.
ones in there. Those are last.
Nobody wants them.
Unless you play the game of like, all right, I'm gonna leave these chocolate ones in there so that like I have them last on purpose.
Right.
Because you want that taste in your mouth longer than the jelly one.
Of
you know.
course. Why wouldn't you? You want
And-
it to be the last thing you taste.
And I personally, people hate on the plain donuts when you get the Timbits, but they by the end of the box, they're not plain anymore. They've got powder on
No.
them. They've got
No, they
glaze
aren't.
on. They got stuff on them. So
Yeah.
it's a win-win,
They're-
really. If you're
It
getting the
is
plain
really nice. Well, that's the thing. You have to know to leave them for the end.
right. You got to be smart about eating your donuts. You have to have had experience of eating Timbits constantly in college, which is what we have.
Which is, you know what? We don't have a lot of skills,
Mm-hmm.
but we do have experience.
That's
and
true.
this is what we've learned.
That's the most accurate description of us I think I've ever heard. Right. So therefore, it's kind of like when Luke is training to be a Jedi, and
I thought you said my name. Lucas
Luke Skywalker.
is training to be a Jedi. I
Correct.
was gonna say because I remember training to be a Jedi, but
Yeah.
you're talking about Luke
But that was
Skywalker.
that was
makes more
alone in
sense.
your basement. That was just you with a toy
All by
you bought at
myself.
Walmart,
in the dark.
pretending to use the Force.
Oh no, it's Darth Vader. Pow pow.
While your cat and dog watched you, like, what the fuck is this guy?
I'm
doing?"
like pretending I'm getting choked out by him.
what would you do? What would you do if Darth Vader started choking you right now? What would you do?
I simply wouldn't. Built different. Easy.
Built different, easy.
Next.
Next,
Thank
question.
you. Next.
Lucas in the first day of Jedi school, just like the Jedi walks in and starts training, you're like, but like, I'm just happy to be here with you, to be learning from you.
So what I find really cool, like all that pushy police shit is really cool.
Yeah.
But what I find really cool is your outfit right now. Spotless.
It's incredible.
Amazing. Amazing.
Do you do your own laundry, or do you bring it to? You bring it to someone, don't you? Who do you bring it to?
You go down the road. You go down the road to Max's laundromat. And I love
you go to
that.
Max's. You see Lisa that works there. Lisa definitely does this. She perm presses like no one else. That's perm press for sure.
Something I'll tell you about Lisa. Has the Force, doesn't know it.
Yeah, I can.
I saw her
sense it.
reaching for a pencil the other day.
Mhm.
Reaching for a pencil. I took it away. I threw it. It went right back into her hand.
Mhm.
Now I got pissed off because I hate Lisa, but she
Right.
does have the Force.
She does have it. It sucks. I'm gonna try and turn her to the dark side as soon as possible so that I can kill her.
Then I have an excuse. Then it's okay.
Right. If
then
she
it's all
becomes
right.
if she becomes a Sith, I can murder her. So that's pretty great.
So she will be dead.
She will be
But
dead.
nice outfit. But nice
A
outfit.
great outfit.
Anyway, back to your lesson. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
babbled.
that was a whole tangent. I didn't mean to go on.
No, I can. You want to talk to me outside? I can,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay.
Lucas, please meet me in the hallway. Lucas, I have a question for you, and I want to know the answer to it. How many
Uh-huh.
times have you stunned a teacher to a point where they just are speechless? With, like,
I do not know the answer to that because it's a lot. It is a lot. I found a video recently of
Yeah.
me asking one of my teachers, like in class. I'm like, my physics teacher.
Mhm.
I raised my hand. He's like, "Oh yeah, Lucas. Like, what's 4 minus 3?" And the response isn't like him just being like, "What the fuck?" It's
Yeah.
him being like, "I'm not answering that." And I go, "What?" And like as if you watch the video, he says, "This is like the 1200th time you've asked me
Yeah.
that during class. I'm not answering it." So apparently, I don't remember this.
You just
I
have
asked
a
this guy
standoff. You're playing chicken with him
Yeah.
on the question.
every day. I asked him this question: "What's 4 minus 3?" I still don't know the answer.
It's
But
so
that's
funny. I'm just thinking of you
shocking.
asking, like, you're sitting there in class. You're like, "Oh, I'm waiting for my time. It's almost time to ask the question." And then you'll
Yeah.
ask the question, and he'll look at you, and then you'll look back, waiting, and then it's just you're staring at each other because you both know what's happening, and you know that you're about to win this whole thing because you're just gonna
Yep,
ask
yep.
it again. That's hilarious.
How do you lose that? How do you lose
You
that
don't
interaction?
you don't lose it. Lucas, I've realized looking back, I was like, sometimes you would think the teachers won. They never did.
No,
No.
the teachers never win.
Because the children are really good at one thing that's very important in that scenario, and that is gaslighting. Children will constantly be like,
Mhm.
I literally was not doing that. I literally didn't do it. I didn't do it at
every
all."
time,
And
every time.
And the teacher will be like, I saw you do it. I was there. I watched you throw that pencil at her face. But
Yeah.
I was over there. I didn't do
That
it.
that was
Even in the
that wasn't
slightest.
me.
Yeah. It might have been someone that looked just like me. It
Every
wasn't me.
time. I would say that. I would do the same
Oh,
shit.
yeah, always.
I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Mhm.
You're crazy. You're
Yeah.
actually crazy right now. And I'm getting really I'm a nice guy.
You're crazy.
You just made me angry.
You're being crazy.
You did that.
That was spot on, Lucas. That was the perfect example of gaslighting.
Thank you.
This actually reminded me of like one time in I think I was in 4th grade. I think it was 4th grade. You know those stretchy textbook covers?
Yes.
So I would put them over my knees, and I would take a pencil and I would pull it down. I'd fire it, and it would fire up in the ceiling.
Would you really?
I would do that, yeah.
That's sick. And it gets stuck in the
And
ceiling?
so every once in a while, mine luckily never did, but something kind of worse happened. So I did it one time. I shot it up, and it went behind me. It was like it kind of like missed my face. I was like, oh my god! Went behind me, hit the ceiling, dropped down on this girl's like had her water bottle up, and it hit the water bottle over, and it like spilled all over her.
And I'm positive you went.
And I was I know immediately just throws everything, and like it wasn't. I've never owned one of those book stretchy covers in my life. I don't know. My parents don't buy me
What
things.
is-
I didn't do that.
What I don't understand is what Trevor's doing right now. I don't
Yeah.
know why he's looking at you like that.
Yeah.
But I saw what
Have you
happened to you.
seen
And
Trevor's
that's
face
fucked up.
right now? That's a guilty face. That is a guilty man. Go talk to him. Start questioning him.
Aaron, have I told you about the time I spit on the wall in the bathroom?
No.
This is a perfect example of that in
Okay.
school. I don't know what it was. It was like this cocky teenage angst where I'm like, fuck this.
What grade was this?
I can do whatever I want. I was a senior.
Yeah, of course. I was
yeah.
gonna say this was.
I was a senior. This is
was
senior
unheard
energy.
6 years ago.
But I was in the bathroom like right before like my practice started for
Mhm.
cross country, and I was at the urinal, I'm peeing, and I'm like, fuck this.
Mhm.
Oh, I spit right on the wall in front of
Yeah.
me. Why? I don't know.
Mhm.
Totally disgusting. I regret it.
Mhm.
But karma came quick. Right as I was walking out the door, my coach started walking in.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh God, he's going to know that I just did this. So you know what I did? I said, hey, coach, somebody spit on the wall. It's disgusting. So if you see that, like, look, that's gross.
Lucas, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Because I've definitely done that before.
Right? He goes, somebody did this.
You got to get ahead of it. You got to get ahead of it ASAP.
I think this is a good segue, though, into story time
Oh my gosh.
with little Lucas.
Oh yes, I love this. Okay.
I have a new story. I have a whole folder of them. I'm gonna.
This
try
is
to
my
go
new
through.
favorite segment, by the way. Just stories from your childhood that you wrote.
I wrote this.
Not
yeah.
just like stories from like, oh, when I was a kid, I did it. It was like stories as a kid that you wrote.
Yeah,
And they're all
100% original.
They're all good.
I should have been working for like Warner or
Mhm.
like
I agree.
Universal. I
Yep.
should have been making movies.
I agree. I agree.
So this is a 2-page script that I
Okay.
wrote.
Okay.
It's not really done, but I think it's good enough.
Okay. Okay. Is it
Anyway, so
has it been cast?
it has not been cast yet. So I would love
Okay.
for you to help me do that.
I'll
after
help you with
we-
the casting.
after we go
Okay,
through
cool.
it.
Sounds good.
It's a sci-fi.
Ooh. love
From
good
third
sci-fi.
grade,
Mm.
2007. I wrote this.
Wow. Okay.
The title is "They Took the Light," Special Galaxy Edition.
Whoa.
Very cool.
Honestly, I like it.
It's a good title.
Yeah.
Here's how it starts.
Okay. Set the scene.
Date: December 7th, 3007.
Oh my god.
My name is Bob Sherrill, Private Eye / Ninja Warrior / Governor / Soldier.
What a resume.
I know. Type: humanoid. Breed: human. Enemy: Terranoids.
Whoa.
It's the alien species.
Okay.
Terranoids are at war with humans. They can be in 3 different forms. Those are they all of them, so I'm going to read it how it's written.
Okay.
They all have 3 eyes, one of them coming out the top of their head.
Okay.
Number 1,
Mm-hmm.
one form is they are 6 feet tall and have a purple body.
That's me.
That's you. That's based on you.
That's based off me.
Your body's purple from hurting your neck.
Yeah. That's
Number 2,
Mm-hmm.
another form. They're 3 feet, spelled Their. They're 3
good.
feet tall. The top of them is green. The bottom of them is blue. And in the
Oh.
middle is white.
Okay.
Number 3.
It's kind of like an Italian cookie.
It is an Italian. That's probably what I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, about 2 feet tall and a bluish purplish body.
Oh,
Now that's what Aaron's dick looks like
that's fair. That's because of the purple.
because of the purple, and it's 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
He ties it around his waist.
That's why I'm
as
so
a belt.
tall. Yeah.
One day, the Terranoids took the sun, and everything on Earth froze.
Oh my God.
We need to do something. But what? I thought for hours,
Mhm.
which turned into days,
Oh my God.
which turned into weeks.
Oh my God. So much thinking.
Then I got it.
Oh my God.
First, we invent or buy a machine that can turn us into a Terranoid.
Wow.
Then we have them attack a small ship. Then we sneak into their ship and take the sun.
Oh wow. The sun is in a ship.
The sun is in a ship.
Wow.
Once we got the machine and they attacked the ship, we snuck onto the ship.
Oh, now
Then-
we're in the past tense now.
Yes.
We switched tenses.
We switched tenses.
Okay.
Yes, this already happened.
Okay.
So that was the plan, and then this
Yeah.
is after the plan happened.
this. Okay. I kind of like that. It's kind of giving me Pulp Fiction vibes. Okay, go ahead.
Then we checked room after room after room. Then one room was strange.
Oh.
It had a Terranoid prisoner in it. Please let me out of this wretched place. I can help you because I have a map.
Oh, where's the map? Where's the map?
He led us to the sun, but someone was in it. Was Terranoid Emperor.
Was in the sun? Oh my God.
He was in the room, I
Oh,
think,
he's in the room.
with the sun.
Okay.
He was about to finish us off when I, Bob Sherrill, said, please, if you do this, everyone on Earth will remain frozen and humans will cease of existence. Then his heart grew 3 times bigger. He saw the light. He got the power of 10 Terranoids, gave us the sun back, and humans and Terranoids lived happily ever after. The end.
That was incredible. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
So you basically wrote the Grinch.
Almost.
It was
yeah,
it was
Yeah.
it was the sci-fi Grinch.
it was sci-fi. It's sci-fi Grinch, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's-
Except the Grinch is purple in this.
Right.
So how are we casting this?
I'm loving it. First of all, I think it's
Thank
great. I
you.
think it's well written. Grammar was perfect. I do think that the funniest part to me was we just your commas. We went to a room and another room and another room. And then we went to one that was strange. That's so funny. Like, what happened in the first 3 rooms? Well,
No, we don't know.
we don't know. And the fact that we
Then
like,
one was
this is the plan. Boom. Now we're in the past tense. And this is what happened. That's very funny.
this was the plan, and then this is what had happened. It's like I'm telling it as if like I just watched all this happen.
Yeah. That's
And that's it. It had already happened. I also
Our
like
tense
that.
is crazy. First, isn't that nuts? You have to tell something in like either the third person or you have to do it in
Right.
past tense first or first person or like present tense. It's crazy.
My little brain is just trying to get through the story.
Yeah.
Grammar is
you're-
not part
yeah.
of that.
You're grinding. You're like, I have this story in my head that needs to be told.
Yes.
I don't have time to write.
Okay, so
Is
I'm
he there?
thinking Bob Sherrill is played by Bruce Willis.
He just retired from acting. Does he come out of retirement for this movie?
Yes.
It's that
yes,
good.
he does.
That's
It's
fair.
that good.
Who cares about his disability?
Disability.
He's like something. He has a disease. That's why he retired from acting. But he's cured of it. He comes back.
Right. It's the balding. His disease is balding.
Yes, sure. He actually does have a disease. I don't know what it is.
Okay. And then who plays Emperor Terranoid?
Hmm. The only person that's played another emperor, David Spade.
David Spade. Fuck yes.
I love it.
David Spade's heart grew 3 times bigger. Oh, hey
that's
man.
perfect.
Yeah, here's the sun back.
So okay, and then so right now there's only 3 characters.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Who's the third?
the guy in the room? The terrorist
Right.
in the room.
Right, the prisoner.
The prisoner. Who's the prisoner?
Ian McKellen.
I love it. That's amazing.
Save me from this wretched place, because I have a map.
Have a map. That's another thing. Is I was questioning, where's the map? What? How does he have the map?
Why did they leave a prisoner with a map? I don't know.
That's- so many unanswered questions.
Don't quote me as wrong if you're gonna misquote me. Pull up the quote. DM me. We'll hash it out in the
She will.
DMs.
Don't. She will DM you. You don't want that.
Do it. Do it. I can handle it.
Bring it on.
Bring
That
it
face
on.
Is terrifying. That face is scary. Don't
Thank
do
you.
that.
It was a little John Lennon-y for a second.
It
I
was
think.
John Lennon. It was a John Lennon face. Very shootable. But
That was a wild comment.
and it's a heat wave in Nashville, Lucas.
Is
It's 100 degrees all week. I've been dying. I've been swimming in sweat. I had a doubleheader soccer game on Tuesday. I've never been so wet
Oh God.
in my life. Never been so wet. It was insane. I fell, embarrassingly, tripped, scraped my knee a little bit.
Oh no.
But that's
But
okay.
Did you rub some dirt in it?
I rubbed
that's
some
what
dirt in
that's
it,
what
and
you're
I rubbed
supposed to
some
do.
dirt in my stash.
Dude, I think it's still in there.
Yeah, it's a little dirty. It's a little bit of a,
It's very dirty.
a dirty
That's
stash.
It looks like you have peach fuzz and you took mascara
Mhm.
and just colored in the hairs that are already there.
You know what, Lucas? Very rude of you, but I'll take it. I'll take it because. But here's the thing, Lucas. You even said this before we started. Everyone has been asking me, "Oh, so you saw Top Gun? You saw Top Gun? That's why you have the mustache
That-
now?"
that was my
which is a
first thought.
craze. Which is a craze right now. Everyone's having the mustache, but actually, I haven't seen it yet. I've seen like clips of obviously of Miles Teller with the stash and everyone like loving Miles Teller. Which I mean, I do love Miles Teller. He's great. But I tried the stash before. It didn't work out. But this has given me new confidence. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
And I think it's because I've changed my hairstyle a little bit. So the hairstyle with the mustache looks better than when I was like here with the mustache.
Yeah, you know what?
I look
I'll give you
older
that.
now. I look a little bit older when I put my hair up as to when it's down. When it's down, I
Mhm.
look like I'm, in a teen drama. When it's up, I look like I'm in a 1970s porno.
A little bit. You
It's
look
different.
closer. You look like you're a 30-year-old
Mm-hmm.
who he's still going. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
No, I think I like the mustache, honestly, and I'm glad it's coming back. Because I have a hard time growing stuff here, right? And I think this is the problem. When I did it earlier, I didn't give it enough time to grow.
You didn't. You actually. This is pretty full now.
Like it's getting fuller and it's growing. It's growing on me. It's growing on. It's growing in the hearts of everyone across the nation.
It's growing like a
Everyone's falling
chia
for it.
pet that you water on your lip.
It's growing
You
like
know?
a dinosaur that you throw in the sink, one of those toys you get from the dollar store. And then
And
it
it's-
expands. And then
and
you wake
you-
up in the morning and it is disgusting. It looks like a fetus in the
It is.
in the
It's not good. It's pretty disappointing.
It's
That's
the
what.
worst thing. in the
That's
world.
what it looks like.
Mhm. Very
Honestly, Aaron,
disappointing.
it's
My
your
face?
best mustache yet.
I'll take it. You know what?
I'm
I'll
not
take it.
saying that means a lot, but it is
It's-
definitely your best
No,
yet.
it means a lot to me though.
Good. Well, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
very welcome for me saying that to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I feel like somebody died recently,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know who.
Well, always, every day someone dies.
No,
Mm-hmm.
somebody dies every day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that can't be good.
Well, someone's born every day.
Who? Who? Who's born? Who? Sorry.
I don't know. Probably someone with the middle name James.
You're probably right. You're probably not wrong about that.
Mhm.
Can I tell you something about somebody with the middle name James?
Me?
Is your middle name James?
Yeah, you didn't know that.
Aaron James Fern.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a good. It's a good middle
That's a
name.
good middle name.
I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna call this. I didn't know I was on a podcast with a Jimmy. I'm gonna call you
No.
Jimmy.
No, you're not.
100%.
No, you're not.
Yes.
What's your middle name?
Jimbo. Jimbo. Hey, Jimbo.
Well, you know
I'm
what's
just
funny is
one
we actually
fern.
called my friend James in high school. We called him Jimbo.
Did
all the
you?
time. Yeah, he hated it.
Well, you should.
We
It's,
would say,
it's rough.
and we would say it like, because have you ever seen the Pink Panther?
Nope.
Okay, well, Steve Martin he says Jimbo
Jimbo.
a lot, and so we would say Jimbo.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jimbo is Aaron's name.
no.
Is Aaron's name?
Nope.
Um,
I stand for a lot of things. I will not stand for this.
this man, by the way, is ancient. He is 80 years old. He walked onto his stage and his eyes were sunken into his head. Like I was like, he's gonna disintegrate. He's right in front of me.
Walking into the Carrier Dome was like walking into Paul McCartney's tomb. You're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Jesus Christ.
I swear to God, he was gonna be like, Tony, Mr. Stark, I don't want to go, and just just immediately like evaporate into the air. I was pretty sure that was gonna happen. But he sang and he
Mhm.
danced like an old man.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I see an old person
Let's
like
be honest.
that,
He's always danced like an old man.
he is he was an old man when he was 19.
Right.
Every time I see an old person like that and they're like dressed up and like trying to look like, I don't know, not old as fuck.
Right.
I imagine what their naked body looks like underneath like all of those clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you can't fool
Can't be
me.
good.
You got liver spots and you're fucking shaking under there. All right. I know what's going on. You're putting on a front and your skin's saggy and frail. You can see all the fucking veins in your legs, dude. I know what's going on, Paul. Don't fuck with me. All right. You dress up as much as you want. I know what's
Not
going on.
fooling me, Paul. You're not fooling me. I
don't
know
know
you're a speckled bullfrog under there. I know you are.
I'm so ageist. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm extremely ageist. And I don't know why it
Hate old people.
infuriates me when old people don't dress like they're old. Because I'm
You're
like,
not young. You're not hip.
don't try. You are hip. You're probably on your third hip at this point. All right. So don't try and don't try to do this thing. Either way, I was happy to see Paul. I love Paul,
Paul's
but he
great.
was a grandfather. He was a grandfather.
That's crazy.
And he sang all the high notes.
That's good.
But he hid them with lots of vibrato. So he would go, you know, and
that was perfect. That was so good. He would hide him
Thank
with a vibrato. Yeah.
he'd hide it with lots of vibrato. And honestly, he only played amazing songs.
That's
And the more he played, the more you realize how amazing, like, and significant he is as a songwriter. It's like, wow, that was him. That was him.
yeah.
That was him.
Did you do
just
any
kept
Michael
going.
Jackson songs?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
Sad.
No. He did, however, have Johnny Depp featured in one of his songs.
No way.
Like, he didn't come out, but like he had a video where Johnny Depp did sign language of the words of his song. And
Me and Max are convinced just nobody told him. Like he's just so old. Like we're like, yeah, he probably just doesn't know. Like we're like, should we tell Paul?
There's no way
Let's
he
just let it
knows.
go.
There's no way that he knows.
There's
That's-
zero chance Paul is in the know of what's going
Oh, Paul.
on.
That's
So-
hilarious.
And then Johnny Depp played the guitar solo like with him, like pseudo, like the video
That's
of
the
him.
worst. No, that sucks.
Uh,
I hate that.
So that happened. He played "Live and Let Die,"
Nice. I
and it
love
was
that song.
nuts. Believe it or not, when the orchestra kicked in, insane pyrotechnics. Like I'm talking gigantic explosion. The whole crowd shuddered. He shuddered. And then this wind starts blowing in his face, and like his hair's going wild. He's holding onto the piano for dear life. Like it's about to blow him away.
They were like,
fire up to the ceiling. Dude, it blew out pixels in the fucking screens on either side. I'm talking like literally like
No
an 8x8 chunk of this left screen just kept going. Like instead of it playing video, it went green, blue, red, green. Like they couldn't get a hold of it. There's so much. I could feel the
Holy
heat.
shit.
I was in the nosebleeds.
Wow. They were like, how can we get him in a real James Bond movie?
Yeah, like how do we make him feel like he's James Bond before he
That's insane.
disintegrates?
Before he disintegrates. But I'm shocked he didn't. I feel like
Honestly.
if he goes out into like any temperature above 85 degrees,
He'll melt.
he'll melt immediately.
He would not
Jeez.
have
Oh,
survived
gotta be
your
careful.
soccer game.
No, he wouldn't. No way. He wouldn't have survived just spectating.
No,
Couldn't have made
no
it there.
way.
Nope. Wow.
So that was cool.
That's
They had
cool
a
concert.
a little bit where Peter Jackson soloed some of the audio from the rooftop concert,
Oh, that's awesome.
and he like sang a duet with John again as an old man. Young John and old man Paul. It was kind of nice. It's kind of sweet.
That's so nice. Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's so like heartwarming.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So you got a little touch of the Beatles.
Or did you cry?
I wanted to.
Mm-hmm. But you didn't.
I want. He has this.
I know why you didn't cry.
Why?
Cassie probably looked at you and said, "Don't you fucking cry." Goddamn man.
I will not
I
respect
will
you.
not respect you. I will break up with you.
I will
immediately
break up with
if
you.
you cry
If you
right.
show any sign of weakness. Aaron, I have a hot take for someone who's about to move to New York.
Go ahead.
I love
Okay.
deep dish pizza.
Yeah, let's
I
go.
love it.
I love this take because recently in the news, people have been very out on deep dish pizza.
Really?
Yeah, people are like not about it. I love a good deep dish pizza.
Oh my God. Aaron, it blew me away.
It's the best.
It may not be the best.
It's not the best, but it's really good.
Do you think, is it your favorite?
No, I would, say
I would
no,
get
it's
it.
not my
I would
favorite.
understand.
It's not my favorite, but it's really
It's really fucking good. It's like they're like, oh yeah, this pizza's good, but let's make more of the best parts.
right.
Let's add more cheese. Let's make the crust taste like a pie crust,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And let's make the sauce like really good too. It just seems like it just feels like ultra pizza.
Yes. Yes.
It's like mega pizza.
Yeah.
You know?
Mega pizza. Yes. Mega pizza.
Mega pizza.
Yeah. I
He
don't
fell
know.
into a vat of liquid nitrogen.
If I want like
Came out the villainous mega pizza.
obviously when I'm in the mood for pizza, it's usually not deep dish.
Oh yeah.
But like if someone was to like show up to a party with a deep dish pizza, or like I go to a restaurant and I get deep dish pizza like served to me, like they bring it out and everything. Oh, so goddamn good. I'm gonna eat it every time and I'm gonna love it. I'm not gonna be like,
I'm gonna
oh,
love
where's my thin crust?
it.
Fuck off. I'm not in New York right now, so I don't
Yeah.
care.
Dude, Cassie had a really good take on it. And I could be misquoting her, so sorry, Cassie, if I'm
Please do.
misquoting you. I'm pretty sure she said she likes it better than New York style pizza.
Really?
I'm pretty certain. I could be
I
wrong.
love this. Yes. She said it. Everyone.
Okay,
She said it.
she
for sure.
said it.
She said it. She said that Chicago is better than New York.
You can quote her on
Transfers over to
this.
everything. I want everyone to know that.
Okay. And but she was like, it is better, but I wouldn't want it nearly as often as I want New York pizza. You can't have it often.
I like
that.
that.
So
I kind of like
that's
that
the take. So it's the take is like it's better, but only if you have it very sparingly.
Right.
If you're having it as often, it's an inferior pizza. But like as a treat or as like, a
Mhm.
couple times a year, it's like it hits the spot. It has a higher high,
Right. Right. Oh, that's a
Which
really good point.
I
That's a really good point.
I think I might agree with that,
No, I definitely agree with it.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
So I was pretty impressed.
That's good.
I went to a place. If you are to all of our Chicago fans out
If you're
there,
in Chicago,
if you're in Chicago, I went to Giordano's Pizza. That's where I got my
did you
deep
actually
dish.
go to a place called Giordano's?
Yeah.
I went to high school with a kid named Giordano. And
We
would
had.
make fun of him about pizza.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Why?
Just because he was
You just
Italian as
knew.
fuck. It was funny.
I can one up you.
Okay, go ahead.
I had a band teacher in high
Whoa.
school. His name was Giordano,
Mm-hmm.
and he got fired for pedophilia. Why did you sing that? I'm not even kidding.
I don't think you are. I don't think that you are kidding. Uh-oh. Yikes.
Yeah,
Well,
he was really creepy. He was really
that
creepy.
makes sense.
He shook my hand the first day I had class with him, and it was limp and wet and covered in chalk. It was weird. It was like what yellow chalk. I was like,
chalk.
that's a red flag
Yep.
right there. That is a red
Your
flag.
hands are covered in chalk. Red flag immediately.
Uh,
Why are your hands covered in chalk? Just wash them, dude.
like this is first period. Like you haven't had a chance to like be teaching with chalk. Like I don't get what's going. Were you just climbing? Did you come back from rock climbing? No, he was a weird dude.
Fuck you, Giordano.
Me and Cassie bonded. There was the last thing I'll mention is me and Cassie took the next step in our relationship in a way. I had to poop really badly at one point. Like
Here we go. I was like, this
You're
could
waiting
only
for the
be
poop
bad.
story.
I said this could only be bad because it wasn't. I knew it wasn't anything else that could be possibly good. So
she was very patient with me. She did not have to be as patient as she was with me.
Mhm.
We were walking back from getting that pizza. We went out to get it, and brother, I had to get to that toilet like I'm the third monkey on Noah's Ark, and it's starting to rain. All right, I gotta get there. I gotta get to the fucking toilet.
Where was like your to-go Pepto? Where's something that like to
Dude,
shut you down real quick?
We had used it already at this point. It was gone.
I'd already.
You're right, I needed
I'd
to
already
go
had my
Pepto.
daily bottle of Pepto.
You're not allowed to have more than that. So I wasn't running, but I was fast. My butt was a fart. I was Cassie was 30 feet behind me.
You're crop dusting her?
Yeah.
She was caught in the tailwind?
She was crap. I felt bad, but I'm like, I gotta go. Chicago's a big town, dude. I got to at least gotten 30,000 steps in just from trying to shit. I'm telling you right now. And she caught up to me. She's like, do you want to run? And I'm like, it'll fall out. It will fall out. and then
It's hedgehogging. It's hedgehogging. Go.
she did catch up with me for a second, and she wasn't looking for like half a second.
Yeah.
And she almost ran it. I went, whoa! And I slammed my hand into her chest, like, because I thought she was gonna hit this guy.
Yeah.
And that was the wrong move. I hit her I hit her a little too hard. I didn't mean. I was just trying. I was out of my mind, Aaron.
Yeah.
All I could think
You
is
had shit brain.
I had shit brain. Shit brain is not your normal.
Yeah.
Your normal.
Normally, you're shit for brains. This is just shit brain. This is different.
They named that after me. Actually,
Yeah.
shit for brains. Now I'm brains for shit.
Yeah.
And it's bad. And I hit her a little too hard. I felt really bad. I didn't actually hit her, but I threw my arm out.
Right.
I don't think she felt bad for me after that.
That's
She felt
fair.
bad for me at first.
That's
But
fair.
she saw me in shit brain mode.
Mhm.
And I'm like, you go up. She's like, oh, like, do you want to like take the key and like go ahead up to the room? I'm like, no, there's no time. There's no time. I'm going to the lobby
This is it.
bathroom.
This is it.
Aaron, I get to this bathroom.
Mhm.
The story doesn't end here.
Okay.
You've been to Chicago?
No, never been.
So something unique about Chicago. Quick Chicago fact for you. In a lot of the public restrooms, they have this little dispenser, this little plastic dispenser for the toilet seats. And it covers the toilet seat in plastic.
Yeah.
And every time you get up,
Mhm.
it does a new roll. So it's high sanitation. The problem with me is I just like practically ran 2 miles to get to this bathroom.
Mhm.
I'm sweating my ass off.
Right.
Sweaty ass on top of plastic.
Bad.
I was falling into that toilet all on the constant. I couldn't fit, but it was just like it was like gravity was trying to like wedge me in between the toilet seats as much as possible. And I kept trying to fucking get up and like spread my cheeks so that way I like had more surface area. and God said
you're
no.
squeaking.
I was
Squeaking all
squeaking.
over the place.
And by the time I got up, I had stretched the plastic so much, the thing kept trying to like do a new roll. It couldn't fit. It couldn't fit back in the thing. I fucked up that toilet. Some janitor
You ruined a public restroom.
I
You
did.
single-handedly ruined a
did.
public restroom.
It was not good.
That's crazy.
It was not good.
I'm
so
proud of you.
Cassie,
You
once
made it-
again,
hey,
I'm
listen,
very sorry.
You didn't poop your pants,
I didn't poop my pants.
and that's all that matters.
You know what, Aaron? Thank you. That is all that matters.
At the end of the day, if you didn't poop your pants, everyone goes to bed happy.
Yep.
This is just something that came into my head. I don't even know if we should talk about it really,
Let's do
but
it.
I really wish that we were the jury for the January 6th hearings.
You're gonna have to explain this one to me, Aaron.
Because these people are so dumb.
I haven't been watching it all.
And
What's going on?
They're just the worst human beings alive. They're terrible. And I just want to mess with them so bad before we send them to jail. Oh, I want to mess with them so bad before we send them to jail.
You mean the people who were on trial?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I want
Oh,
us
yeah.
to mess with the people on trial.
Yes. Yeah, I'm into that. Because fuck those people.
Right. I just want to be sitting there. Like, this is what I want our job to be is so normal trial, right? They get convicted, right? And they're like, all right, we have a 15-minute period. Everyone, please take your seat, like sit down. We come in, right? And
Who are we're on the jury?
no, we're just we come in and we question them, but we question them with dumb questions just to make them feel really insecure as people. Like, we saw that you were wearing a thong on January 6th. And we show like a picture of like, him, like someone bent over a little thong, like peeking up. Do you have something to say about that? Where'd you get this from?
Let me ask you this. Do you think you looked sexy on January 6th?
Yeah. How
Do
sexy
you think you looked
look?
sexy?
Because I don't think so. I don't think you did.
Let the jury know that
Mhm.
this person is not self-aware.
Mhm.
Um,
I heard.
I like that.
I saw that you were wearing. You were carrying a pride flag into the January when you were rushing there. But we just like take one of their Blue Lives Matter flags and change it, like,
Yeah, right.
Photoshop it to a pride flag, make them furious. We just basically do anything to make them very uncomfortable and very mad. I think it'd be very funny.
Does your family know you're gay?
I think. Listen, we can just tell them right now. They're right there.
This is a great time. There's no better time than the present.
There's no judgment here.
Well, there will be a judgment,
there
and it
will
won't
a
be good.
judgment, and it'll be against you, but not for this.
But not for this. One thing I'd like to know, where were you? Where were you on January 5th?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you on January 5th? You don't remember. You don't remember. You don't remember. Did you remember your wife's? I'd like to call this person's wife to the stand. Did your husband remember? Remember your do you remember Valentine's Day this year? No. Interesting. Okay.
Did you shit your
just wanna point
pants
that out.
on January 6th? Is that you?
And we've this photoshopped like there's a huge brown stain. This guy's white ass pants.
Oh, speaking of shit stains, I got a shit stain on my pants. It wasn't actual shit.
No.
I was
You're
at
too
work.
excited about this.
I was at work because it was so funny. I was at work and I decided it was the dumbest. I had shit for brains at this moment. it was like the end of the night. I was fucking exhausted. We were closing up, and everyone was leaving the bar. And I was coming down the stairs, and I was like, I'm gonna slide down the railing. I slid down the railing. This railing was so fucking gross and dirty. Like it was sticky going down. I was like, oh, this didn't feel good. I got up. There was just a giant brown streak down my shorts, and I'm wearing khaki shorts. So it was
yeah.
it was deep brown. It was so bad.
You turned around and went, oh.
I just want to
I'm
make a
gonna show
funny
you.
noise.
Someone took. Of course, my coworker took a photo.
Yeah, you have a picture?
I have a
yeah,
picture
pull
of
that
it.
shit up.
I'm gonna show it to you really quickly. Here we go. It's loading. This is my shit.
That's shit.
This
That
my
is
poop
that is
stain.
you shit yourself.
My poop stain. But let's talk about that calf muscle real quick. That's pretty amazing.
Aaron, I don't mean to gloat your coat, but that is a nice, you know what? That is a fucking nice calf right there. You've been working out? You've been keeping
I've
working
just
out?
been running and
Good for
running
you.
some more. Standing.
By the way, I just thought of probably the best way to embarrass these people
How is
on the
how-
stand
how?
is just be like, all right, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to prove your loyalty to this country. Can you please get up on the stand and sing our nation's national anthem? And depending on how good you sing, is gonna have a big outcome on how well you do at this jury.
Because if you
And
if you really cared about this country, you would have vocal lessons, and you would learn how to sing it right. Because if you're not gonna sing it right, then why are you even a part of this country? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get up here and you gotta sing it. And if you don't sing it well, jail. Right away.
Jail. You go right to-
prison even if we have to.
Well, you will
Um,
learn. You will learn to sing in jail. I can
You will
promise you
learn,
that.
I will promise you will learn to sing in jail. You're not gonna like it though. You're not gonna like it. They do
You won't
have
like
they have a community choir in there, but that's not what I'm talking about.
That's not actually. You know what? It is a very gorgeous choir. I'm actually not gonna
It's
lie
a
about
beautiful
that.
choir. It's a beautiful choir, but I don't
It
think
is.
you're gonna make it. Yeah.
Auditions are on this
The
are on
the auditions
Tuesday.
are tough. They're cutthroat, and I don't think you'll make it. They'll cutthroat. You'll cut your throat literally if you do. So don't do that.
But you know what? If actually after this trial, if you wanted to come back to my place, I actually do private lessons. I actually do private lessons. They're only $60 for half an hour.
It turns into an ad.
And it turns into an ad for his.
But I think that'd be so
I'd
funny
love to
because
help
these
you.
people are scum of the earth, and it'd be so fun to just
Just make them
feel so-
uncomfortable.
make them so uncomfy.